Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of my live tea tasting. Sorry I'm a little bit late. I was having issues logging into Facebook. For some reason it logged me out of all of my devices. And not only did it log me out of my computer, both of my phones, and every time I tried to, I mean, it even affected my work. It was so stupid. But I'm back. I'm slightly late, but I'm good to go. Today I'm going to be wrapping up my Marvel fandom. Sorry, I had to pull it up here. My Marvel fandom series for the month, and I'm Wally. Welcome. It's ironic that my first guest is Wally West from DC's The Flash, but I'm doing Marvel this time around. Sorry about that. Alejandra, welcome. So today I'm wrapping up my my Marvel fandom month with the Wasp. I don't know if it comes up a little bit. Yeah, it was a little bit blurry, but that's okay. So this is also another iced tea. This one is actually a little bit different from the series. Let me go ahead and start my water, and I'll explain how it's different in just a moment. There we go. Okay, so this one, it's more of a, it's an herbal. It's got an herbal blend it's predominantly herbal, but it does have Ceylon. It's got, okay, let me start a little bit back. It's got yerba mate, which is I've never done a mate on this before, but this isn't predominantly a mate, so I'm not counting it as my official first mate, because there's also so much stuff in it as well. It's got Ceylon, which is a black tea, mango mate, which is a South American herb. I believe it's in not Argentina. Is it Argentina or Brazil? One of the two. And chamomile with 3 hits of strawberry. So it's gonna be. I'm expecting a pretty lively one this time around. So let me go ahead and did it? Oh, I thought it stopped. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and open this up and show you guys what it looks like. Oh, of course, there we go. All right, so it's not a very colorful tea. You know what? Let me. Yeah, I'm gonna pour some out. Hey, Teresa, Ma, welcome. You guys are staying together probably for the flight tomorrow. So I can't wait to see you guys. My mom, sister, and brother-in-law are coming over to Chicago tomorrow, and I'm like excited to go. But that's neither here nor there. I'm sure I'll mention it again later on before the stream is over. But that's okay. Welcome, you guys. Welcome. I'm going to go ahead and take out some of this. Shanna, welcome. Okay, there we go. I'm going to scoop some in. And it's not as colorful a tea as I thought it would be, but that's perfectly fine. There we go. Is that... No, that's not enough. I need much more than that. You and I are both excited, Teresa. That should be it. Okay. Alright, I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. It's not a very colorful tea, but you'll see in just a moment. There we go. So you see, it's different from a general herbal blend. Usually, the ones that I use have a lot of fruit in them. This one is more vegetal herbs. So you have a lot of the yerba mate is the one that's kind of grayish green, and some yellow in there. It's also got the black flecks are the Ceylon. That's a black tea, and I can't really see it all that much, Right by my finger over here, that's where the chamomile... Oh, there's a better one right here. It was buried. But you have the chamomile in there, and then you see some of that pink and red. That's all of the strawberries that's in there. There's a triple shot of it. So this is going to be... I'm assuming that... all right, let me back up a little bit. Mates are generally very flat tasting. They're not a strong flavor, unless it's the only thing that is in there. So I'm not particularly expecting to drink to taste a whole lot of the mate, unless it's yerba mate. Did they use? Yeah. Oh, it is yerba mate. It's okay. So it's the mango mate is just yerba mate with. Miriam, welcome. I saw you pop in. The yerba mate is actually, all right. Mate itself on its own is an herb that's very, very caffeinated. Hey, Smidgen, welcome. Yerba mate is actually infused with tobacco, so it kind of tastes like cigarettes a little bit, but not with that overwhelmingly strong cigarette flavoring. But it does have that like kind of smoky, chalky taste to it. It's a little bit strange. When I first had yerba mate, I was like, "Am I going to be addicted to smoking after drinking this?" But they assured me, no, I'm not going to be addicted to smoking and cigarettes and stuff. But it does kind of taste like cigarettes. But with the mango in it, it's going to offshoot that that flavor a little bit. The chamomile is a stronger flavor as on its own, but it's more of a cottony kind of cottony savory kind of taste to it. The Ceylon black tea, I mean, you guys all know what regular black tea tastes like. That's essentially what it's going to be mixed with. That's probably going to be the strongest of the three flavors. It's going to be that or the chamomile. I'm not predicting the yerba mate to be too strong unless it's got the mango, a strong mango presence. But I'm going to go ahead and brew this cup. Now, generally, when you make a mate, you're going to want to keep it closer to a green tea because it's not as prevalent strength-wise as regular teas go. As regular herbs go, I should say. But in this case, I'm going to brew it at the full 212 degrees because it's got so much else going on. It's got the chamomile and it's got the Ceylon in it. So that's going to offset the balance, and you don't have to worry too much about the flavor because that's not going to be a huge. It's not going to make a huge impact to begin with. So, I almost forgot to set Quackhead. There we go. I came this close to forgetting. But anyway, I'll talk a little bit about the Wasp. Because you guys, like, I can't do a Marvel Fandom tea without talking about the character it's based on. The Wasp is, I'm assuming this is the Janet Van Dyne version. It's not very specific. But Janet Van Dyne was Hank Pym's wife. Also, fellow scientist who has the Ant-Man costume, well, a different version of it, who can fly, who has stingers. Those are like the laser beams that she shoots. So she's highly powered as well. She can shrink. I don't think she can grow like Ant-Man does, but I don't recall that ever happening. But that is a little bit of history on her. She was married to Hank Pym for a while. That didn't work out so well, but no spoilers. You'll have to go and read a little bit on your own if you're interested. But in this one, it's this tea is going to be Pretty caffeinated because you have the Ceylon, which is a black tea that's caffeinated, and mate, which generally is highly caffeinated. But the influence of the chamomile is going to calm things down. So I'm expecting to be a little bit, maybe a little bit hyper caffeinated, maybe. Well, if it affects me at all, but we'll see. It doesn't really take much sometimes. So as this is going, it's very. I should have talked about the smell before. It's very earthy. It's very. I'm not getting much of the cigarette smell to it. I'm getting more of the chamomile and the. Well, I mean, the chamomile is the strongest of the three. I'm getting a little bit of the mango, but not too much. Um, if I concentrate enough, I can smell the strawberry as well, but I'm not really getting a it's hitting me when I breathe in. Taste the strawberry in the back of my throat, but I don't necessarily taste it. I mean, I smell it. If that makes any sense, probably not, but we'll see. But anyway, yeah. So where was? Oh, my computer's went to bed. All right. Anyway, so while I wait for this to go, it's almost time. Oh, there we go. Right on the dot. As soon as I picked it up, Quackhead starts quacking. Oh, I knew I was forgetting something. Yeah, I forgot my mug. It's weird how I could spend like all day trying to prepare for the stream, and I miss one of the most important elements of it, something to actually drink out of. Minor details, I mean, worst comes to worst, I'll just drink right out of my right out of my hand. Just anyway. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pour some of this out. I'm not expecting a very colorful tea. Let me just put my spoon, and of course, there we go. Of course, my spoon's gonna give me problems. Okay, there we go. So you see, it's a brownish yellow tint to it. That's a high indication of the chamomile and the Ceylon. There we go. I'm going to show you guys real quick what it looks like. It's an interesting color. It's very, very earthy. There we go. So it's got a nice tan color to it. It's not even bronze. It's just you can see all that steam just coming out of it. But it doesn't have a very strong scent to it, but it's got a strong color, and that's what's going to be more. That's going to be more. What's the word I'm looking for? Like, it's going to indicate a stronger taste, even though it's not very smelly. It'll be very tasty. So here we go. That's a little interesting. I'm tasting the chamomile and the Ceylon, not so much the mate, but the strawberry is coming out stronger than the mango. Even though I was smelling the mango more before, the taste is actually more strawberry. Probably because it's mixing with the mango. The sugars in the mango are basically pushing for lack of a better word, it's pushing the strawberry to a more basically into the spotlight, if that makes sense. Because I mean, otherwise, I think that it might be missed a little bit, but it's actually pretty strong in there. and it's got a certain mouthfeel to it. Like chamomile in general, when you drink chamomile, it leaves behind like a bit of a grainy kind of feel to it. Um, and it leaves well, I don't want to say grainy, but like a softness over the tongue. It kind of coats a little bit, and that's what I'm getting here. I'm not getting so much um, of the straight up chamomile mouthfeel that you usually get when you drink it, but it's definitely there. Ooh, this is hot. Mm. Yeah, this is a very it's a very interesting flavor because you're getting a lot of the earthiness. Basically, this is earth and strawberry. I'm not getting much of anything else. Ooh, it's really really hot. I'm hoping that it cools down a bit. Mm. Oh, that's good. It's it's this it's gonna be interesting because, like I said before, this was meant to be brewed as an iced tea, but um, I don't really have chamomile as one of my favorites for an iced tea, and I really don't have yerba mate as an iced tea flavor. But oddly, I think it might work because it's got like it's not very overpowering in general. You get the whole flavor of the chamomile, and you get the what's the word I'm looking for? Like there are certain flavors that you don't want to have iced at all, because when you drink something cold, you taste it even more. But when you drink something hot, it kind of dulls the senses and gives you what's strongest. So in this case, um, it's going to taste like predominantly a strawberry iced tea, which I am a fan of. I really love strawberry iced teas, um, but the chamomile in it, if it was colder, would be more prevalent as well. My whole thing, my big concern. What was this? So this would sting your taste buds cold? Probably. Um, in a good way, though. I mean, I wouldn't really call it a sting per se. I mean, I know you're trying to go with the pun there, but to give it an honest review, it wouldn't really be a sting more necessarily than I would go with a buzz. The buzz still works because you get like the mouthfeel to it that it's still lasting. I taste it in the back of my throat, but like my whole tongue still feels a little bit coated, which is fine by me because it just means that it's gonna be a longer lasting flavor and it'll stay with you. Mm. But for sure, this is a really I would have never considered uh, putting any kind of mate as an iced tea. But when I consider it later, I think so. I think so because it's not very. It still maintains some sort of sweetness. It's more of a sweetness and a softness. And I think that those are two very important qualities to an iced tea. You don't want to have anything that's too strong and too like I I wouldn't ever consider doing lapsang souchong as an iced tea because it's super smoky and super savory, and drinking all of that cold would probably be lackluster to say the least. When you have something so savory, you're gonna want it to be like you know, you're you're gonna want it to like really bite sometimes. Although, if I were to use lapsang in an iced tea, I might have to do that. I might have to do that as a challenge. We'll see. Because I mean, I would have never really considered lapsang with Earl Grey either, but that really works. So maybe Earl Grey could be something used to soften it. I don't know. We'll see. Now that I got my my wheels turning, I'm already considering the possibilities here. But anyway, mm, now that it's starting to cool down a little bit, and the chamomile is coming up a bit stronger, which no complaints here. I mean, it's chamomile has. I mean, some people either they like it or they hate it. Um, what is this? Is my judgment lapsang? That sounds like a bad idea. I got that pun. Uh, I know you want to go back to Tilua. I actually would not mind doing it again once before the winter. During the winter, you know. I mean, it's a quiet area. We never spend too much time there, but I think it would be worth going back to. Um, and oh, I also yeah before before I forget, yeah, I want to also make that time to go to the coffee and tea exchange that we were talking about. That's definitely on the list before before the winter comes, because that whole area is someplace that I'd like to explore a little bit more. But that's neither here nor there. You know, now that I think about it, the chamomile. This is gonna sound really strange, but the chamomile and like the back end of the strawberry kind of tastes like peanut butter, and that's really strange. I'm sure if I were to like mess with it a little bit, I could probably use chamomile into like some sort of peanut butter tasting uh, tea. Whereas what the coffee and tea exchange, um, oh, I had the address. It's actually not too far. I believe it's down Diversey or Belmont. I want to say it's around Broadway. What they say that kind of tea it can be used as a laxative. Is that true? I've never heard of it. Generally, when you want a laxative, a tea to act like a laxative, I would recommend green tea, especially matcha. Matcha is super duper potent. It's super strong. They only recommend having 2 cups of that a day, and each cup should be within like a couple of hours. I can speak from personal experience that that is true. I have had uh, 2 cups of matcha, and I made the mistake of following it up with a green tea, and that had me running to the bathroom over and over and over again. It was not a pretty sight. it was it was bad. I learned my lesson. Never gonna do that again. But I don't think chamomile is more of a laxative. It keeps you relaxed. Maybe that was what you've heard. It's that's definitely what it does. It puts you to sleep. Um, chamomile, it's great to soothe you. Um, and that's kind of like why I'm not sure how buzzed this is gonna make me. This is gonna make me, because it's got high levels of caffeine, but the calming nature of the chamomile is gonna counteract a lot of that. And normally when I do need to relax and be put out, I do blend my own special recipes of teas that have to do with putting you to sleep. One of them is one of my favorites. It's chamomile, lemongrass, and peppermint. You cannot go wrong with that. It's knocked me out a couple times. I actually blended one together. I think I added ginger and cocoa nibs, I want to say. I don't remember. Uh, this is the vodka and Red Bull of tea. You have got it right. That is like it's that's true. I mean, you have like two caffeinated teas, highly caffeinated, mind you, and you have the chamomile that's like pulling it down. So opposite forces are in effect. It's probably gonna leave me kind of mellow, but not too. Oh, excuse me. Not too bad. Which I hope not, because I'm gonna have to get up early tomorrow. I gotta get a haircut before I go to the airport to pick you guys up. And Teresa, if you're still there, I don't know if you got my message. Text me the itinerary. Text me tomorrow's flight so I know what to look for. But yeah, that's just a little side note. Mm. Well, this has got a pretty good, well-rounded flavor. Um, on that last sip, though, like something hit me in the back of the throat. I don't know. Maybe I swallowed wrong. I do have a slight case of acid reflux at the moment. That's probably it. Um, but something was kind of like in the back of my throat, burning. So I'm thinking I'm just going to say that that's the acid reflux. Um, but yeah, like I don't think that that's a general. Um, Greg, what's up? Welcome. Oh, yeah, I know you're saying you're landing around 10ish, and I'm prepared for that. I just don't know the flight number, and I think it was American Airlines or Delta or something. But yeah, go ahead and text it to me. Um, Flightwear lets me stalk the plane. Well, that's good to know, because I'm gonna need to stalk my family in different ways. I think that would be quite creative. Mm. Oh, that's good. This tea, I can't really speak of it as an iced tea, but as a hot tea, this is really good. I would not mind having a full 3 ounce pouch of this. I mean, right now I only got like the 1 ounce or the 2 ounce. Oh, you just sent the email. Okay, yeah, I didn't get a notification. It might not have come in yet. But yeah, I'll take all that information down once I get it. Mm. Oof. Oh, got a little bit of like a warmth in my chest and in my throat. It's kind of like it's good. It's good. It's like this is the perfect temperature right now. It's starting to cool down, um, where I'm not too cold, and I don't believe I'm gonna be sweating anytime soon. We'll see. But it's making me feel good. I appreciate that. And just so you guys know, I am slurping on purpose, because that is how you taste tea for the first time. Um, that's the whiskey? Yeah, I spiked my own tea. Uh, did your sister get the... Oh, I forgot to ask. Yeah, Teresa, I sent you a postcard from Pluto at the, it was the planetarium here. I forgot to ask you if you got it. Check your junk mail. It's there somehow. I was hoping to send you something from Uranus, but they didn't have that option. I guess they just knew I was coming. They were like, hide all the Uranus stuff. He's gonna make jokes. Yeah, they knew what they were doing. Lush. I'm an alcoholic. I don't know why my alcoholic voice has a southern accent, but I don't know. I guess I turn southern when I drink. But anyway. Oof. Yeah, I mean, the burn is probably just my acid reflux, and I'm trying to dismiss it from the experience. Um, but in a way, it's also kind of prevalent, so I can't really ignore it. Well, it is some light years away. That is true. Pluto does take a while to get there. Hopefully, it didn't automatically erase, because that would totally suck. And I don't think I'm going to the planetarium again anytime soon. And the only reason why I sent it to you because that was the first. That's the only email that I know by heart. So I sent it to you, and I hoped you got it. And we'll see. Be sure to check your email when you get the chance. Nicole, welcome. I see you sneaking up in here. I'm doing the Wasp. So this is something that I think you'd enjoy. It's a very tasty tea. It's tasty. That's the caffeine talking. Well, it's not exactly creeping if I see you. And I am the expert on creeping, so. I'm under your bushes. Well, I'm going to go ahead and top myself off because it is. Oh, it is that time. There we go. Whew. I'm already like getting stuffed. Oh, but that's. I'm so stuffed right now. But it's got a nice calming effect. You know, it's not very. It's not as highly caffeinated as I would have imagined. Like it's not having much of an effect on me. It's hard to tell because I mean I have a high tolerance for it. But I'm not really feeling any. Ooh, excuse me. That kind of like that escaped when I wasn't looking. That's what you get when you talk and drink a whole lot. Is the family ready for Chicago? I'm assuming so. Because my mom is over with my sister right now. I'm assuming that they're all at my mom's house because she's closer. Oh wait, no, because you guys might be flying out from LaGuardia, which means that you're at my sister's house, Teresa. Did I warm them up that you talk a lot? Not yet, but I think the cat's out of the bag now officially. In case you guys didn't know, Nicole talks a lot. But that's okay. I mean, she does it for a living. She works at Groupon. She works on the radio. She's always on the go. So, yeah, you guys are in for a treat. She talks a lot, but she's entertaining. So that's what's that's what's important. Not like me, where I talk an hour to an hour and a half about tea. So It's like womp womp, boring. Yes, bring your jackets because it's getting kind of cold. It's not freezing yet, but next week it's gonna be yeah, it's gonna be a high of 63 on Saturday, which means long pants, long sleeve shirts. Um, yeah, there you go. Well, you enjoy it, not me. I miss the summer already. I'm like, where's the sun? It went too fast. But oh well. Oh my god. The heat, the heat in the building. I was like, the heat didn't come on, and then I was like, oh wait, no, you meant the heat in the building. I almost said something that would have thrown me off, but oh well. Uh, what my tea? Oh, you enjoy the tea talks. I thought you meant you enjoy the cold weather, which you do. But I was like, yeah, you enjoy it. Me, I get cold. Yeah, you guys, I'm outnumbered on this one. Everybody loves the spring and the fall, and I'm like, no. It was in the low 70s all last week and part of this week, but then it just started to plummet. This is Chicago weather for you. You know, and it sucks sometimes. No, no cold. I'm protesting this winter. I say we impeach winter for good. Yes, that is only slightly true. Was this sweater and soup weather? Oh, but I don't like soup. I will only eat Maz sopa de salchichon. That's like the only soup because it's got so much. It's got so much noodles and meat and stuff in it. It's like barely a broth. That's my kind of soup. Ma, you know, I don't like. I don't drink that chicken broth soup thing. Was this? Oh, chai time. Yes, chai time is something that I can get down with. That's like the only thing that I like about the fall is the chai and fall flavors. But everything else I can live without. Like I would rather drink hot chai in a super duper air conditioned room just to keep the balance. Uh, but yeah, it does sound like a stew, but it is technically a soup. Because it's mostly noodles. Um, it's got like salchichong is like a kind of sausage that it's like if salami and sausage. If salami and sausage had a baby, that would be a salchichon. But yeah, that's my take on it. Of course, salami and sausage can't have a baby because they're not alive. When they were alive, they could have. Whew. So, you guys have any questions, comments, anything you want to bring up? Now's the time. Hmm. I can't believe I went through this tea so fast. But that's a sign of a good tea because you keep drinking. I mean, I know I generally want to savor it, but you you want that baby in your belly. I hope you're talking about the salchichon, because otherwise you're in for a lot of responsibility, and you've already got the smidgen, so you know. Mm. Whew. It is good. Whew. And it's going to take me a while to recover. Because I am super duper stuffed. But, unfortunately, I do have one surprise for you guys that I was a little bit... I was going to bring this up. I'm a little stuffed now, but I do have a surprise for you. There is another tea. Often... I couldn't do a Marvel stream without Deadpool, and often uninvited at the worst possible times, and I'm completely and totally stuffed. Here comes Deadpool. Oh yeah, you see the new painting. I'm glad you like it. I couldn't resist. I wanted to have a special send-off and a special guest. And of course, Deadpool, always breaking the fourth wall. I couldn't leave him out of this. So, I'm going to do a second tea. If I could just open up. Gotta open up the water. Refill! He's a... Ooh, special guest star. I'm gonna go ahead and refill this water. I am totally prepared. This has just turned into a marathon. And now I get to open up. I was trying to keep it. I was trying to keep a straight face, but ooh, excuse me. Oh, okay. So while the water's going, this is going to be a more. Well, let me pull out my. There we go. My second pot. Put this stuff off to the side. I should have arranged it better, but. What the hey? Tea party! It's a kegger. Oh. I went through all the trouble of hiding everything so that you guys didn't actually see a second set. But I didn't want to keep the cup on the floor under the thing, because I mean that's where I'm going to be drinking from. So I'm like, I kept the teacup there. I mean, the teapot there. Anyway, okay, so this one has got more caffeine in it. Let me pull it down. It's got Assam Melody, which is a black tea, Ceylon Sonata, which is a black tea, Rooibos, which is one of my favorite teas. It's nice and sweet. You got the raspberry, strawberry, and natural berries. What else is in it? Rooibos berry, Ceylon Sonata, and Assam Melody, with extra freeze-dried raspberries, cherries, and blueberries. So this is going to be a very berry black tea. Ooh, so I'm going to go ahead. Oh, you know what? I forgot to. There we go. I'm going to need to prepare for a second steeping. Well, of course, this could be a lot of caffeine because it's Deadpool. Come on, how can he not be hyper and caffeinated? Woo, that smells nice. Not to overshadow the Wasp, but this is gonna be. This is going to be lovely, because it's going to be a black fruit. That's exactly what I'm going to be looking like by the time this stream is over. Oh. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. There we go. As you can see, it's got a predominantly black tea flavor. That's the Ceylon and the Assam. Assam and Ceylon are pretty strong black teas. The sweetness of the Rooibos is going to be hard to compete, but I think that it can hold its own, especially with the berries behind it. It's going to be a kick in the berries, because you have like the strawberry, the raspberry, the blueberry. You're going to have a very strong and sweet counterpart to the very strong black flavors. So this one is gonna be super interesting. I'm gonna go ahead. I can hear the water is coming to a boil. It's finishing up in just a minute. So I'm putting my stuff down, and this is gonna be a lot of fun. I was hoping to probably bring this to work. This is going to be the one, because I mean I've got so much of the other ones that are iced tea blends that this one is going to be more on the drink it while you can side. Ooh, there we go. I'm going to go ahead and pour this out. And already I can smell the berry. This is going to be good. I'm ready to go. I'll go ahead and let that go. And because this also is a black tea and an herbal blend, I'm going to steep it at 212 degrees for the full 5 minutes. Unlike yerba mate, the rooibos is a much stronger herb. So it can withstand the temperatures. I can steep it for literally an hour and not have an effect to it. I have heard that somebody did they somehow oversteeped the black tea. I mean, not the black tea, the rooibos tea, and I don't know how they did it, because I've kept it in there for an hour and not had any problems. Oh, excuse me. But we'll see. I mean, I can try. I guess I'll have to make the water super duper hot. And oh, excuse me. Ooh, everything is wanting to take the spotlight away. Oh, there we go. I'm trying to breathe, but I keep getting the hiccups and it won't go away. I think I've got it under control now. Anyway, so if you guys didn't know about Deadpool, you're gonna know about Deadpool now. He actually started off as an X-Men villain, technically X-Factor villain, but he's been all over the Marvel universe, and he got this huge boost in popularity lately, starting with it must have been like about 10 years ago. I didn't start reading Deadpool much until he teamed up with Cable, and slightly, well, you know what, I don't remember what came first, because he does have Cable and Deadpool, but he also has his own series that's a solo series. But yeah, it's been pretty awesome. He's absolutely whacked out in the head, multiple personalities. He's got breaks the fourth wall constantly, and he's got my kind of sense of humor. So I really, really enjoy his stuff, and I could not resist adding Deadpool to the list until the end. So I guess this would make a pretty good finale as I bring the Marvel Fandom teas to a close. This series has been quite entertaining, and I've been a Marvel guy my whole life, so this is definitely the note that I want to leave on. So let me see. Should be, yeah, I have 1 minute left. I think I'm just flying through the Deadpool portion because I feel like this is something that I'm taking a personal kick out of. It's something that I went from being a Spider-Man fan as a kid. I still am a Spider-Man fan, but as a kid I've been following Spider-Man into my adulthood. Oh, Crackhead's going. And I kind of moved, I don't want to say moved away from Spider-Man, but I've moved into a more Deadpool fandom as I grew up and got an adult-oriented sense of humor. There we go. Ouch. That is super hot. I just burned my fingers a little bit. Alright, here we go. There's a hole. And you guys, just so you guys remember, if you don't, I didn't mention it before, but as usual, this is not sweetened. I'm drinking it straight up. What was this? What does Quackhead look like? You've seen Quackhead. I'll show you Quackhead. Quackhead! That's my dude. I got him at World Market, and unfortunately, I heard that he's not there anymore. So I'm happy I got him when I did. You can thank Shanna for that. She talked me into getting Quackhead, and that was a great. It was a great investment. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour out some of this Deadpool. And this teapot tends to dribble a little, so there we go. Yeah, you might be able to order it online. I'm hoping. I mean, if not there, at least by Amazon, you should be able to as well. Ooh. Just Google Quackhead. You'll see what you find. Oh, she got the ducky pajamas. I want to see it. I have got to see that. I had for everybody that wasn't there, I had done my dog fatherly duties, and I contributed to Bella's fashion by getting her a little bow tie. She is so cute in it. And a lamb chop. The puppet lamb chop. They had a little squeaky lamb chop toy, and she loves it. So, you're welcome, Bella. Yes, as soon as it arrives. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what it looks like. Now this one's got a much darker tint to it. But as you'll notice, it's a little bit more reddish pink. That's due to the Rooibos bush, which is a red bush in German, and you have the raspberries and the strawberries putting the pink tone to it. Everybody compliments her. Oh, I believe it. She's a fashion statement. So, there we go. Ooh, that smells really, really nice. Like the berry content in this smells amazing. That is really nice. Like, generally the Ceylon and the Assam are very, very strong black teas, but the amount of the berries that sweeten it, and the Rooibos content, it's giving it a nice balance. Because when I first ordered this, I was not too sure if I would like it, because I mean a strong, super strong black tea can be hard to decipher, because you have Ceylon and you have the Assam. They're battling for the attention essentially, and it's gonna be hard to pick out how much of what is what. And generally, you'll just get a really strong black tea. But the Rooibos in here and the berries that not only are in the Rooibos berry, but the additional berries that they put in it, it gives it kind of like a cereal sweetness. You know, it's like it tastes like crunch berries, but with a black tea base. So you're getting a nice, well-rounded flavor to it. Oh, that is so good. I'm really enjoying this one. because you have this kind of it. I can definitely see this as a as an iced tea because you know how you have like a lemon iced tea or a peach tea, something like that. This is basically the same thing. You only have the berry version, and you have that like it's a good inclusion to it. I don't know if it's necessary to have both Assam and Ceylon together, because I mean that's just a really strong black tea. You could have just put all Assam or all Ceylon and still got a similar effect. But in this case, I can see why he did it, because there is, I mean, you have very, very strong flavors all around. In other words, let me put it this way. You have the black teas together mixing up, but to counter it, you have a really, really strong berry, you have a really, really strong rooibos, which acts as a natural sweetener. So you have this kind of flavor war is the best way that I could put it, where you're tasting all three of them, and it tastes like really, really good. Would I say it's a very good idea to have this iced? Yes, it's very, very good. And that was a very good pun, too. Whew. Oh, this is all settling. I'm going to be such a mess trying to sleep tonight. From the excitement and the caffeine and having to get up early to get my hair cut, I am going to be a total wreck by tomorrow night. Yay! But it's okay, I shall endure. Oof. Oh, I spilled a little bit. That's okay. There's no such thing as an accident. It's just a happy... there's no such thing as a mistake. It's just a happy accident. A happy accident-y. I can't make that into a pun. I tried and failed miserably. Like, I'm kind of like... When I bring this to work, I'm totally making this iced. Would I like a puppy pad? I don't think I have much of a use for it. But hey, if you'd like to donate it, I'll find something to do. Oh. Oh, I think I got... No. I didn't get it on me. I saw a drop that was that close. It was just dangling. I was like, no. But I caught it just in time. I'm actually wondering if I should sweeten it even more when I make it iced. I mean, it may not need it, but it's kind of like one of those what's that brand? Oh, the Accident. Yeah, I gotcha. No, I'm not gonna need I'm not gonna need it for my bed. Oh, my computer turned itself off. Hate it when that happens. Now I gotta log back in. Boo! I gotta keep it handy in case I need it for reference. Because that is one of my best tools. And now it's taking forever to log back in. There we go. Whoops. I messed up already. Haha! There we go. I am logged back into... There we go. I'm logged back in now. Whew. Anyway. Oh my god, this is... I'm really enjoying this tea. Like it's more of a traditional iced tea blend. Well, I don't want to say it's traditional. It's closer to traditional. Now that I think about it, that's interesting because isn't the Irish breakfast tea also Ceylon and Assam? That I believe so. So essentially, this is Irish breakfast with berries. I'm going to check that out. That's gonna be good. That's a good question. I ask myself. There we go. Irish breakfast. Okay, so what's in an Irish breakfast? Do you guys remember? Haha! It is. It's Ceylon and Assam. That is. It's a quick callback to 4 weeks ago, last month, sometime. I don't remember. But, yes, it's an Irish breakfast with berries. I didn't even think about that. That's kind of awesome. But if that's the case... Oh, excuse me. He specifically put all three... the person who put this together, Woody... Oh, excuse me. He specifically put Ceylon and Assam together to make Irish breakfast. I don't know why he just didn't use Irish breakfast as a blend on its own. I want to see if that's an option. Because if that's an option, it might be a shortcut to a different... Why is this thing not working? Okay. Yeah, something's not right with the... Yeah, this is very strange. Like, it's working on some of the other tabs, but it's not working on the Irish breakfast. Ah, wait. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to start from scratch on this one. Because it's working on the other ones. But, there we go. Create a blend. I'm going to see if Irish breakfast is... yeah, it's there. Got the Irish breakfast. Ironically, English breakfast isn't there. And neither is Scottish breakfast. But Irish breakfast is. Makes sense. Not really. So that would be a shortcut should I choose to do it one of these days. We'll see. Oh, that's so good. I'm trying to fly through this a little bit because, cramming 2 teas into one show has always been a bit of a challenge. But just as much as my 3 teas has, I think that's been my limit so far. 3 teas. I might push myself one day to do 4. We'll see. I have done 4 before. Not on the stream, but in the tea tastings we do. We drink a lot of tea. And you guys tomorrow, Ma and Teresa and Nicole. Well, Nicole, you already know. No, not tomorrow, Sunday. We've got a tea tasting on Sunday. And it's going to be awesome. You guys are going to love it. Can't wait to bring you into my world. And you're going to meet my my Adagio pals. So, you'll see. We're looking forward to this and the hot dog. Ma wants her hot dog. Ooh, I'm a little bit, I'm a little bit stuffed right now for some reason, like I'm nasal congestion a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. Something's trying to. It's like it's clearing out a little bit. I hate it when that happens because then that kind of like throws off my game a little bit. I mean, I still taste everything fine, but it's hard to talk when you have um, nasal congestion a little bit. I don't know. Oh, there we go. So, you guys have any questions, comments, anything you want to throw at me? Go right ahead as I pour out a little bit more. This is probably not going to finish off my pot because my pot usually does 2.5 cups, but I'm trying to fly through it because it's usually a little bit difficult to get through all of these on a slow pace. Basically, had I had help, it would definitely come in handy. And welcome back, Miriam. It says that you logged off and logged back in. So we're glad to have you. And the smidgen. Don't want to forget the smidgen. Oof. I had my own smidgen. Just as a side note, I almost came home with my own smidgen. We found Bella's twin in the when we went to the Anti-Cruelty Society at work for the work volunteer event. I took a few pictures and she's adorable. I think her name was Reba was the brown one. Oh no, well the red one. Um, Nix. It wasn't Nixon. It started with an N. I forget. But yeah, she was adorable. And I loved her and I wanted to take her home, but I couldn't. Because, reasons. You know how it is. For the same reasons that I didn't adopt the entire the entire lot of them. Oh. So I'm not really feeling much of a caffeine kick quite yet. Um, I've ingested quite a bit, but that's probably going to ruin my sleep tonight later on when I try. But it's a good thing that tomorrow's going to be a little bit busy, but not overwhelmingly bad. It's going to be busy, but I'm going to be excited, so it's all good. Okay, opening it up again. Questions, comments about either tea. By the way, either tea would be great because I don't want Deadpool to overshadow the fact that I led with the Wasp, because that was an equally good tea. This one is just more fun for me because I love Deadpool so much. So I actually considered wearing a Deadpool t-shirt, but then I figured that might have given a little bit too much away, and that's not something. So I went plain black, which, I mean, Deadpool's colors are red and black, so there you go. I'm only half Deadpool. I'm the dead part, not the pool. That was awful. I want to redact that joke. It's probably never going to erase from your memories, but on the record, I am redacting that joke. Oh. Whew, this is wearing me out. It's a good thing I have all this caffeine to look forward to. When it eventually kicks in. I'm gonna try to top myself off. I'm gonna try. No promises. I think no, not enough. Oh, I tried. I guess I underestimated the capacity of my teapot because I've got so much to go on. But I'm sure after a couple swigs, I'll be able to clean it out. And the thing is, like it's hard to keep going because in this. Oh my god! I don't know if you guys heard that, but there was a loud thud upstairs. I don't know what that was, but anyway, it's hard to keep going because you know how I like to talk about how a tea tastes as it cools. This tea is not getting a very good chance to cool. Uh, it's still hot in the pot, so every time I pour out more, it warms up what's already in there. And since I'm kind of like stretching on time here, it's not really it's not really giving me a chance to compare when it was hotter to when it was cooler. So yeah, this is adding to the interest of the stream. Oof. That and I'm starting to wear down because it's like I'm still digesting everything, and it's like, whew, I'm struggling a little bit. Oh, I want to make sure that this doesn't turn off either. Yeah, there we go. I have to keep an eye open because on both sides, if I'm not careful, it'll screw me up, and I'll have to log in again. And we don't want that, do we? Because that's a good minute and a half of me just trying to type with one hand. Doesn't work very well. Ooh. Still congested. I don't know, every time I drink a lot of tea, it does that. It like starts to clear me up. And it's not good on camera. Oof. Yeah. Okay. So, once again, I'm opening up the floor. Any questions, comments? Your participation is much appreciated. Oh, it keeps me going, keeps giving me things to talk about. Oh. And I'm starting to slow down a little bit because I'm stuffed, I'm satisfied, I'm still calmed from the chamomile. Um, and in general, this is giving me like a really nice, warm, laid back feeling. Like this is the kind of tea that I would have while reading a book and just mellowing out in the end of the day. You know what? I just realized I haven't answered Teresa's question yet. What kind of food would I pair these with? And I'm kind of disappointed in myself. Usually I'm on top of these things. But in this case, sorry. I was so excited about your coming that I forgot to answer your question. So, pairing. I would pair the first one. I would actually pair the first one with a soft cheese. You have that. Oh my god. I don't know if you guys can hear that. There's like a buzzing upstairs. But I would compare. I would pair that, not compare it. I would pair it with a nice soft cheese, maybe a mozzarella, because you get kind of like the soft, buttery kind of peanut buttery flavor, not too strong from the chamomile. So with that, I would have something soft to go with. Cheese, in my case, in this case, I would say would go pretty well with this. A nice mozzarella, maybe a ricotta would balance out the the buttery flavor in the chamomile. For the Deadpool, Oh, I just lost. There we go. You guys there? Oh, there we go. Yeah, I just turned off the Wi-Fi. Uh, I think the Wi-Fi is gone for the moment. I was struggling a little bit with the connection earlier, so I'm on my data plan. I probably paused for a little bit, but it doesn't look like it disconnected me totally, so we're still good. For the Deadpool, I would say, what would I pair it with? I would pair it with. It's got like the fruity black to it. So I would go with like a chocolate cake. A nice red velvet would do. German chocolate and black forest cakes. Also really would pair really well with this. Something yeah, like the like chocolate cake with cherries. I would say would do well with this. I'm not a big cherry person, but in this case, I'm sure it'll go together. Woo! I'm gonna go ahead and top myself up. Now I should have enough room. Ooh, that's cutting it close. Slowly, slowly. There we go. Haha. Just made it. Ooh, there we go. Of course, I like filled it up to the brim, so I'm gonna have to be very careful. Oh, there we go. Now the berries are coming out as it cools off. Now that it's starting to cool off, the berries are becoming more prevalent, and I'm liking the way that it tastes. Like this is gonna be very good as a as an iced tea. It's gonna be more the traditional route. Um, More like what's the word? What's that brand? Um, I mean like well if I was to go with Brisk is a little bit sweet. There's another one. Oh, excuse me. It's the green, the one in the green can. Uh I forget what it's called, but Fuse. I want to say Fuse. It's more like that, where it's not overly sweet, but it's pretty good. It's kind of reminiscent of that. Only it's more organic, more it's healthier. It's not sweetened. Well, this one's not sweetened. Uh, Caffeine. I mean, not caffeine. What's the word I'm looking for? Uh, it's organic. It's healthier. It's calorie free. That's what it was. Whew. Anyway, you guys still out there? I'm just checking because I see that four people are still logged in, but like you guys are so quiet. I don't know, man. It's like the end of the world. I don't even know if I'm still technically connected, but we'll see. I'll see when I download this into the computer or upload rather, because I still have to put it onto YouTube. Whew. Okay, so announcement time. After giving it a lot of thought, I am going to go ahead and for my next raffle, the prize is going to be. Oh, you missed a lot. Oh, that's why you were out and in. Okay, no worries. Um, the prize is going to be a guest spot on my stream. So that is going to be the awesomeness. Uh, you guys, good luck when you when you enter. Just keep in mind that you will have one shot to actually join in. So we'll have to plan this carefully. We'll coordinate the tea once whoever wins. We can do this remotely if you're not in the city. If you are in the city, we can find a spot to stream from, and we'll get creative about it. Might as well. If we are in the same place. If not, it'll be probably a little bit easier on location because it'll be here and you'll be there, and we'll take it from there. As well, announcement number 2, I have officially arranged it. The next tea party that I'm going to be having with my little goddaughter. Sorry, I'm just very, very congested now. The next one is going to be on the Halloween stream, and we're going to be in costume. So that's going to be something that's going to be lots of fun. I don't know what tea we're doing yet, but once we figure it out, it's going to be a blast. What else? I think that's pretty much it as far as announcements is concerned. So last call for questions, comments, anything you want to talk about. Just throw it at me. I'm about half a cup left, and I'm still chugging this down. I'm kind of like really curious how to have this iced. I'll definitely do it when I get to when I bring it to work, but I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if I want to sweeten it more. Maybe I'll add some cream because that's how you have Irish breakfast. It's technically with cream to begin, not to begin with, but traditional. It's served with cream, maybe a little sugar, but this one really doesn't need sugar. I don't know. We'll see. I'll ice it and I'll let you guys know. Whew. I think I can chug this. We'll see. It's chugged. So, that being said, it looks like I'm just going to go ahead and wrap up here. Thank you guys for joining me again, and this has been an amazing month. It's been so much fun with the Marvel characters. You guys made it worthwhile. So I'll be doing another themed month sometime soon. In the meantime, have a great night, a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next week. Bye.